Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to Inside It and Mental Health Squad 20. And today we, Brahmi Chalani and Utkarsh Saraswat, are back with another discussion on how personalities differ according to the I guess age groups and the way
Right.
we grow up, and also between men and women, how it differs, how changes happen, how we evolve. So, we are going to discuss all of that in today's live. Let me just get an assurance ki live is on or not with my phone also, so that we can get this assurance as well. Till
Sure.
then, you can introduce yourself, Utkarsh. That'd be great.
Sure. Sure. So thank you, Brahmi, for being back with another wonderful talk and wonderful topic indeed. And it is a very insightful and very essential one, keeping in check that what all things are going on currently, especially in the age group of 20 to 30. There have been seen lot of changes that are coming up very instantly and very forcibly even, and because of which males and females are not able to adjust to the happenings in their life, either personally or professionally, looking at both perspectives. And today I, psychologist Utkarsh, and psychologist Brahmi are going to deep down dive into the detailed nuanced aspects and the solutions for the same, looking into the perspectives from even both personal and professional, and even from a third eye perspective. And we'll cut short what can be done and what should not be done, and how the solutions can be put forward, so that both males and females can live their life in a contentful way, and especially after they cross the age of 25 and reach 30 and post 30 even. I cannot hear you.
My bad. I was on mute. Yeah.
Is
So
it-
what I was saying
are
is,
we, are
it
we
is
live?
so
Are we
important.
live? Are we
Yes.
live?
Now we are. Actually, I had to start it there as well. After that, we were on live. So I have started
Mm.
it on my Instagram also. Linked it there. So yeah, we are live now. People can see
E-
us. Yes. Hi
And
everyone.
is it hi? Is it in this mode only, landscape mode, or like portrait mode? How it is visible?
Yes, yes. Okay, if you want to see it, okay, I don't know how to show it to you, but yeah,
I can
it
see. I
is in
can
the
see.
Landsar.
I could see a glimpse. I could see a glimpse. Okay.
Yeah, we can shuffle it to the. Okay, no, now we cannot.
Let it be. Let
Yes,
it
it
be. Let
will
it be.
be like this.
Let it be. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
It would be. Once we'll
Alright.
upload it now, we'll broadcast it post live. It will be shown in that way only. So that
Yes,
would be good.
it will be this way.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. In this way, it would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, I was saying that only. Sometimes it is so important to understand how we differ from each other. Also, जब हम ये बात कहते हैं कि men and women are not different, it's not entirely true because I personally do not agree to that. I feel like
True.
everyone has their own changes, own developments, and that is the way we grow also. So similarly, we also have our differences, and sometimes it is important to discuss about things also. Because for
True.
men, the difficulties are different, and for women, the difficulties are different, no matter what you
Indeed.
say. So I feel like sometimes catering to that, especially I feel like in the Indian scenarios more, it is important to discuss these changes. It is
Right.
important to also understand कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं to overcome
That's
this. So yeah, I agree to that.
And like keeping just adding to what you said, the differences, okay, we have to even look upon that what are the similarities, right? Because the simultaneously, along with what culture you belong to, what religion you are, and what kind of environment you have been brought up by, okay, and in, so there are some human aspects also that align within each other, because at the end we have to even look into this aspect that we are living in the same society, right? There has to be a balance, there has to be an alignment being created. uh See, there are two things basically to start with. First of all, what we have a picture inside your head, right, inside your consciousness. हम सोचते हैं कि हमारा जिस तरह से हमने फ्रेम किया है ना, जिस तरह से आर्टिकुलेट किया है, वो हम कस्टमाइज कर पाएंगे इवन इन द वर्ल्ड व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू स्टेप आउट. ओके. Second होता है the unexpectation or the unfulfillment that we feel once we are not being satisfied according to what our thought process and our emotional regulation has been throughout the years. जिस तरह से हमें कंडीशनिंग मिली है या जिस तरह से हम कंडीशन हुए हैं, हम उसको कस्टमाइज नहीं कर पा रहे टू दैट सेम पोटेंशियल द वे वी वांटेड इट टू बी, राइट.
Yeah,
वो चीजें होती है दैट वी फील काइंड ऑफ लाइक वायर हो जाते हैं हम कभी कभी. वी फील indifference, we feel that we are in a spot and now what to do, we are stuck. But that time we have to look upon the other perspective, the other coin, the other side of the position and the situation, that चलो उस situation में हम stuck है, but we have to look on the brighter side of that as well. That is needed to be looked upon and felt. And वहाँ पे आता है the similarity and the familiarity that we can align with the people we have been surrounded by or maybe the scenario.
absolutely. I mean, very rightly mentioned about the factors also. Very beautifully expressed कि किस तरीके से हमारा environment also has a lot of effect on us.
Right.
The way we live, the place we live, the situations we are in, and the way we are processing the whole situation also. And इसी तरीके से I feel like men and women actually has that differences also which we need to cater. as as we can see, the deadlines are different for men and women if we talk about career. The deadlines
Mhm.
are different for men and women if we talk about marriage. uh,
Right.
it is different for even when we are planning for a life ahead. So, and also one very interesting aspect comes in. It is also different when we want to have fun. So for, I guess for men it is like nahi, career career career, itni jaldi aajkal career aa jata hai that they lose that time to have fun and to just explore their lives and roam around and just be themselves for the time being. It's like
True.
I
True.
see my brother today.
Mhm.
He's not that old. He's like younger to me, 3 years younger to me, and like even today he wonders ki how will I get settled? How will I build a life for myself? How will I take care of everything that is there in my life? And I'm like, you're just a kid right now. So you do not have to take this in your head right now. It's not that age. But for men, I guess it is like that. It is just put in their head ki, the moment you are graduated, you have to worry about your careers. You're not allowed to have fun. You're not allowed to, like, just roam around. And one more thing I feel like over here comes in the financial safety or the power. In psychology जो हम concept of power पढ़ते हैं, that comes in a play. The more power we have, the less worry we have in our life. And now that
Correct.
power could be financial power, social power, generational power, knowledge based power, whatsoever, but it also lies there. Like if you have certain power, the burden on you gets lesser and you can enjoy the life then. So not entirely it is about men, women only, and the segregations are supposed to happen, but I feel like these external factors play a very vital role when it comes to that. कि, हाँ आज I don't have certain, let's say, financial power, so I have to worry about career settlement. And on the other hand, I have, let's say, a lot of financial stability, so I don't have to worry about my career and I can just have fun, roam around, explore places, and do what I want to do, right?
Right, indeed. It's about how the resonance and reciprocation taking place, right? और आप अपने आप को कैसे accumulate कर रहे हो in the same reciprocation and the resonance. Keeping that in mind, whatever the thing that you mentioned, the factors and the impact which it is posting in people's life, like as in of our age group, men and women both. I want to highlight upon the reasons about the sources, where is starting from, द रूट कॉसेज बेसिकली, ठीक है। हमारी इंडियन फैमिली में भी देखा गया है, एंड इज इवन देयर इन आर साइकोलॉजिकल थ्योरीज ऑल्सो। फ्रॉइड की अगर हम बात करें, और इवन हिज डॉटर एना फ्रॉइड, सो शी बेसिकली फोकस अपॉन, मैं कुछ थ्योरिटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट बता रहा हूँ रिलेटेड टू, हेलो ब्राह्मी, आई कैनॉट सी यू।
The focus on you because you were talking. Like you had a very important point to focus. I was doing these settlements. So you can continue. I'm there and I'm listening to you, and you were not.
Okay. Okay. No, I went blank for a second. Okay,
Yeah,
chalo.
no, no, no. I just put
Okay.
myself on the side
Okay.
because you were talking and you had informations. I thought you should be
All
on the
right.
focus.
Oh, thank you. So yes, so Anna Freud focused upon some of the psychological concepts जब हमारी upbringing होती है, especially in brown families, especially in Indian families. We have noticed that constantly after attaining puberty, after we cross, after the child, either a boy child or a girl child, cross the age of 12 or 13, right? It has been focused and it has been kept in priority in our families that जो बॉय चाइल्ड होता है ना, उसको एक सेपरेट रूम दे दिया जाता है, राइट। एंड एंड जो फीमेल चाइल्ड होती है, जो गर्ल चाइल्ड होती है, उसको विथ मदर, राइट, मदर के साथ विद दैट वार्मथ ऑफ लव एंड अफेक्शन, लाइक अलाउड किया जाता है टू स्लीप, राइट। दिस इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट टू बिगिन विद। बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू, वहीं पे आप सेग्रीगेशन और डिफरेंशिएशन करना स्टार्ट कर देते हो बिटवीन अ बॉय और अ गर्ल, okay, and it is just purely basic upon the physical appearance. It is more than that. A person is made up of emotions, right? You should not be just analyzing upon what is the appearance of the human being, we of a individual for that matter. We have been brought up as a human being, we have been given birth by almighty as a human being. Differences is just in the form of physical appearance, that's it. Emotions are same, humanity is same, DNA फॉर दैट मैटर 99% इज सेम। तो वहां पे जब आप स्टार्टिंग में बच्चों के माइंड में वो कंडीशन कर देते हो कि आपको अलग रहना है, गर्ल एंड बॉयज आर अलग, ठीक है, ओके, वी आर डिफरेंट, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, व्हेन इट कम्स टू इमोशनल अटैचमेंट एंड इमोशनल एक्सेप्टेंस, दैट हैज टू बी सेम, राइट। कहीं ना कहीं तो एक फाउंडेशन और जो ग्रोथ होती है उसको हमें सेंटर रखना पड़ेगा, सेंटर ऑफ लोकस उसको रखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ऑफ विच अ पर्सन कैन ग्रो ह्यूमनली एंड इमोशनली एक्टिव एंड साउंड। सो एना फ्रॉइड ने यही बताया था कि डिफरेंस वहां से शुरू हो जाता है, राइट। And when a boy or a girl crosses their 18 and 19 years old, and when they enter into their early adulthood years, ठीक है, वहां पे दे हैव बीन एक्सपोज इनटू टू काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स। फर्स्टली जो गर्ल्स होती है उनको बोल दिया जाता है, ठीक है, जनरली दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट इन आवर फैमिलीज दैट यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन बिल्डिंग अ फैमिली एंड ग्रो योरसेल्फ एज अ फैमिली मेंबर। जो मेल्स होते हैं उनको बता दिया ये जाता है दैट यू हैव टू बी द ब्रेड विनर, you have to take responsibilities on the whole, you have to be on the forefront in the family, and you have to take care of every materialistic things, right? That is the also a reason जहाँ पे because of which एक पर्सपेक्टिव, एक माइंडसेट बन जाता है फॉर अ बॉय, क्योंकि वो तो एक फैमिली से आया है, उसने अभी दुनियादारी नहीं देखी है, जस्ट द मैटर कि उसको ऐसे बता दिया जाता है, उसको ऐसे कंडीशन किया जाता है ओवर द इयर्स, इट्स जस्ट नॉट 1 or 2 years का टाइम, इट हैज बीन गोइंग ऑन फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड। एंड वी नो फॉर अ फैक्ट, हम अगर एक हैबिट को भी लर्न करने जाते हैं ना, इंकलकेट करने जाते हैं, हम विद इन 3 to 4 वीक्स हम उनको अपनी लाइक लाइफ में, लाइफस्टाइल में इंकलकेट कर सकते हैं। तो ये देखो, ये तो सालों से किया जा रहा है, बचपन से उस बच्चे के साथ किया जा रहा है, राइट। तो उस पर क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ होगा, और उसको बदलना इज अ ह्यूज टास्क फॉर दैट पर्सन। इसलिए जो मेल्स होते हैं वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज पे ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं, वो मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंग्स पे ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं। उनकी कोई गलती नहीं है, is just the conditioning they have been exposed to। and on the other side, जो फीमेल्स होती है उनको हमेशा से ये पर्सपेक्टिव और ये माइंडसेट में कर दिया जाता है कि आपको फैमिली बनानी है, ठीक है। You have to focus on keeping everybody together in the family, emotionally, physically, financially, socially, in all contexts. But when it comes to in our human ecosystem, both males and females have to be equal, right? And even when the world started, both have to be kept in balance, जब भी ये दुनिया चल पाएगी. It's just not कि एक एक पर्सपेक्टिव पे फोकस कर रहा है और दूसरा दूसरे पर्सपेक्टिव पे. For that matter, even females right now are the breadwinners. They are also focusing on their materialistic growth, along with emotional growth, emotional development, and same goes with the males also. वो मटेरियलिस्टिक ग्रोथ पे फोकस कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम दे आर आल्सो फोकसिंग ऑन देयर इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट. अब जब ये दोनों पर्सपेक्टिव्स इंडिविजुअली समझ लेते ना, देन दे कैन कम टुगेदर एंड क्रिएट अ बैलेंस इन देयर लाइफ, एंड इवन अ बैलेंस इन द इकोसिस्टम वी आर बीन लिविंग एंड सराउंडेड बाय. सो या.
Absolutely, absolutely, and so beautifully explained. Also, just one thing that I want to add in this whole thing, na, is you know the differences that has come in like 10 to 15 years. में जो change आया है ना, the one change that we all can see is earlier it was a force that women have to work at houses, like after the age of 20 to 22 they are supposed to work at the houses, and men are supposed to go to offices, work, do their job, get money, come back and pay for the family.
True.
Now it has become opposite for women, which again is a problem. I feel it is not about women being at home or women being outside of home and working. It's about the choices we should be provided with, honestly speaking, which is not done. Like even for men also, the possibility of that choice is not there, and that is something that should be there. So
Hmm.
at the age of 20 to 25, this is one major change that comes in, is you are supposed to make a decision. And now we are so refined now by the peers, by the colleagues, by the people we are surrounded with, that no, you have to work, no, you have to work, no, you have to work. No, it's not that. It's about if I want to work or do not want to. If I
Right.
want to do this or not do this. If I want to, run the households or not run the households. So the possibility of choice is not provided. And honestly speaking, if we take ourselves to back in our developmental stages also, you would see that we are not given the choices majorly. आज हम याद भी कर लेते हैं, you have to go to school, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to eat food, you have to go out. When we are given that choice, you will see people become more independent in nature. If you have been
Right.
given that choice of choosing between two things or making the choice of what to eat today, you are supposedly more about कि हाँ आज क्या करना है लाइफ में. नाउ
Hmm.
पीपल वॉचिंग माइट थिंक कि ये मैंने कैसा वे एग्जांपल दिया कि खाने की चॉइस को मैंने काम की चॉइस से रिलेट किया है. It's not about particular choices that we make, it's about the way we have been brought up. If we are constantly given choices in life, it is more possible that in the elderly we would make effective decisions also, because हम बचपन से decisions लेते हुए आ रहे हैं. बट अगर हमें
Right.
बचपन से ही हमारे decisions कोई और लेते हुए आ रहा है, it is less likely that when we grow up we take the right decisions when we have to take the decisions, because now we don't know how to take a decision, we don't know how to make the right choices, and that's where the problem happens. People who have very strict parents, and they have very authoritative parenting, you will see that decision making in the initial period is pretty here or there. Why? Because of the way they have been living, because of the declaration given by the parents. Now if a parent is completely avoidant, you will see again that is a problem also, because now the decisions are made on aggression, on instant modes that are there. So it also, like the decisions, whatever changes we have in our life also comes from that space too, where we take decisions, the way we grow, also modules the way we process our lives after 25 years, and the characteristic traits that we have after post 25 years, the problems that we have also. So I feel like, noticing the patterns, like the reason why I gave this whole introduction is it is so important to notice the patterns, to understand yourself. Once you notice the pattern you have grown up with, you will notice the characteristic features of you, the way you act, and then you can process that also. Although हम जो topic आज discuss कर रहे थे, that would solely between the differences between men and women, but when you mentioned that, this topic came into my mind that it is not just about men and women, it's also about the parenting that we have been brought up with, the peers we are surrounded with, the kind of living we have lived throughout our lives also. So it is important to understand that as well.
True, legit true. Because first of all, to begin with, पहला जो environment a child goes through and confronts is the family, right? Family may be parents. Parenting is very essential. That frames and articulates a person's whole life. Because see, the age group that we are talking about, post 25, right? Post 25, we understand what is life actually means, and हम उस adult stage को और लाइक जो अर्ली अडल्ट स्टेज है उसको क्रॉस करके हम मिडल अडल्ट एज में आते हैं, जहाँ पे आर पेरेंट्स हैव बीन एट द पॉइंट जब हम बच्चे थे, राइट? तो वो एक सिमिलैरिटी हमें उनसे कनेक्ट होती है. देन द थॉट प्रोसेस, देन द अप्रोचेस विच पेरेंट्स हैड विथ अस ड्यूरिंग बैक व्हेन वी वर चाइल्ड, हमें वो सिमिलैरिटी अपने लाइफ में दिखने लग जाती है बिकॉज ऑफ आइदर द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज और मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ द सिनारियोस. एंड देन वी रिलेट एंड को रिलेट एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट वो उनका अप्रोच उस टाइम पे कैसा था, हम आज कैसे अप्रोच कर रहे हैं. देन वी फाइंड आइदर इट इज डिफरेंट और आइदर इट इज सिमिलर, राइट? पहला चीज. दूसरा चीज, यू टॉक्ड अबाउट द फैक्टर्स ऑफ कोर्स, the like the peers, right? And the environment we have been brought up by from our childhood days, it actually defines the way we become as a human, as an individual. हमारा थॉट अप्रोच कैसा हो जाता है, हमारा थॉट स्ट्रक्चर कैसा हो जाता है, हमारे इमोशंस को हम कैसे रेगुलेट करते हैं, राइट? एंड द वे वी लुक अपॉन ऑन us, into us, everything begins from self, right? If we are not able to build that self concept in a very appropriate way throughout the years, we are going to eventually miss out on many things that we actually wanted to focus upon, but either हमारे पास टाइम नहीं था या फिर वो नॉलेज नहीं था, राइट? एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू लास्ट पार्ट, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, मैं एक चीज यहाँ पे एक मेंशन करना चाहूंगा. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आर बेसिकली the way we are molding ourselves according to what are happenings in our life, right? हम उसको कैसे cater करते हैं. एग्जाम्पल, आई गिव यू एन एग्जाम्पल. वी बोथ आर मेंटल हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल्स, राइट? हमारा क्या प्राइमरी जॉब है, हमारा प्राइमरी फोकस क्या है? दैट वी हील पीपल अराउंड emotionally. That is the main concept. And how we do it? We do it by using two concepts, counseling and therapy. अब हमें ये एक पिक्चर पता है, दिस इज अ बॉक्स we have been trained into, we have studied throughout our years, 7-8 years, right? We have been we had done training and internships and all. हमें इतना पर्सपेक्टिव पता चल गया, ठीक है? हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अब ये बनती है, अब इसको हम कैसे यूज करते हैं, ठीक है? थ्रू आउट अ प्रैक्टिशनर एंड प्रैक्टिसिंग ईयर्स, दैट डिपेंड्स टोटली अपॉन अस, राइट? हमने सारे मोड्स पढ़े, हमने सारे मेथड्स पढ़े, हमने सारे थ्योरीज पढ़े, इसको हमने अपनी लाइफ में एज अ प्रोफेशनल कैसे अपनाया, ये टोटली डिपेंड्स ऑन इंडिविजुअल, प्रोफेशनल टू प्रोफेशन, राइट? What psychologist Brahmi does and is quite different what psychologist Utkarsh does, right? Your ideology, your way of approaching counseling and therapy is quite different from me, and same goes vice versa. Same goes in correlation with our life also. हमें एक कंडीशनिंग दे दी गई है, हमें एक बॉक्स में हमें बता दिया गया है कि लाइफ ऐसे होती है, राइट? अब पोस्ट 25 वी आर इनटू द रियलिटी वर्ल्ड. हमें वो बताया गया था, हमें एक पिक्चर दिखाई गई थी, अब हमें पता है कि हमको कैसे कस्टमाइज करना है. अब वहां पे डिपेंड करते कि वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, वो वे ऑफ आउटलुक, वो वे ऑफ अप्रोच, द वे वी हैव बीन ब्रॉट अप, द वे वी हैव बीन कंडीशन, नाउ इज द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन टाइम. This time we need support. This time we need articulation. This time, more importantly, we need self dependence. Now we are going to actually formulate the way our lifestyle is going to be till our last breath. So this is that way which I want to say.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, uh, I mean, you have put it very nicely about this, about the factor of responsibility that we all have in our lives, and the way we take it up, the way we learn how to portray it, the way we actually put it all out there. So it is very rightly mentioned. I, however, have this one more pointer that I would like to add is with responsibility. Sometimes as we grow up as humans after the age of 25, I feel like there's this sense of burden that comes along, and we also start losing a side of us,
Hmm.
which is again very important to put some light on ki,
True.
with responsibilities, I know work comes in, family comes in, helping them comes in, everything, a lot of things comes in, and they are there, and we have to focus on it. But then we must not forget that there's this one child within us also,
Correct.
which we have to take care of. No one else will do that, if we are not doing that. So I feel
Agree.
like
Agree.
sometimes it is more important to cater to that side also, irrespective of the responsibilities that we have. And with this, यार मेरा मन कर रहा है कि मैं एक pointer यहाँ पे दे दूँ, something that people should and must do.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
क्या ना, is at least out of 7 days, out of 15 days, let's say we cannot do it 7 days, or one day in a week, but let's say one day in 15 days, take that out for yourself. Do something that you love, and do it alone. Do it without having your cell phones with you. Do it without having any other aspect or any other thing with you which may distract you. I mean, I do take my scooty, go out, roam around, come back. That is my way of coping. Little things that I do daily is I fill Sudoku. So that is my way of spending time with myself, because that is something that I really like and love to do. I dance. So that is another way I use that. And most of the times I record myself while dancing, but there are so many other times when I just don't record. I just dance to spend time with me. Random movements, random chill vibes, random things that you do. So these are my ways of telling myself that I am here, I love myself, and I am taking care of myself, of that inner child who is there within me. And I feel like this should be done by every single person. Kuch bhi, whatever you like, just do that, so as to heal, so as to just release all that burden that comes along with the responsibilities. Because one thing I've learned from experience is, the more you focus on your responsibilities, the more burden you accumulate if you do not let it out also. Initially वो responsibilities लगती हैं, अच्छी लगती हैं, you like to do them, you love to carry them out, but as time goes by, little pressure gets together and it forms a huge ball. So if we accumulate 7 दिन का pressure and एक दिन हम वो सारा जाकर निकाल दें, we have another small empty ball with us. Now we can fulfill it with the things that we want again.
Right.
We can carry out that cycle with less burden. सोचो ना, अगर इतना सा बॉल मेरे कंधे पे है and that I have to carry, and imagine this big of a ball of burden that is on my head and that I have to carry, which is much easier, the smaller one. So why not just take it little out again? Because that small ball would be fun to play with also, but that big ball will not be fun to even keep with you. So yeah, that's something. I mean, every single person should spend one day at least, doing one thing that we love and spend it there. That's something we owe to ourselves. So yeah, that is one point that I wanted to say.
It's so beautiful and so rhythmic at the same time because हम लाइफ के रिदम्स में सेल्फ रिदम खो जाते हैं कहीं ना कहीं. अब लाइफ का एक पेस है, राइट? थैंक यू. लाइफ का एक पेस है, वो तो चलता रहेगा. एंड there's one thing we have been listening to, we have been observing, right? And we have felt ourselves also individually, also together, also that we have to move ahead. हमें मूव ऑन करना ही है, हमें आगे चलना ही है, हमें आगे बढ़ना ही है. सो उस टाइम पे हमको अपने आप को रिचार्ज भी तो कराना है.
Exactly.
अपनों हमें हमें अपने आप को रिजुविनेट भी तो करना है. अपने अपने आप को हील भी तो करना है. क्योंकि हमें देखो, फॉर दैट मैटर एक जस्ट रिलेटिविटी बताता हूँ जो बहुत बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है, बहुत थोड़ा सा लाइक कट टू कट डायरेक्ट लगेगा, बट दिस इज द रियलिटी. जब हम बर्थ लेते हैं ना, वी आर नथिंग. हमारे पास कोई नॉलेज नहीं है, हमारे पास कोई लिटरेसी नहीं है, ठीक है. हमें पता भी नहीं है इमोशंस क्या हो गए, थॉट्स क्या होते हैं, है ना. बेसिकली हमें ये पता है कि हमें ब्रीद लेना है, हमें सांस लेनी है. दैट्स इट. उसके बाद ये सारी चीजें, ठीक है. व्हेन वी डाई, नेचुरली बता रहा हूँ, नेचुरल बर्थ एंड नेचुरल डेथ, जब हम मरते हैं ना, जब भी हमारे पास क्या रह जाता है, ब्रीदिंग. हमें नहीं पता हम क्या कर रहे हैं. हमारे पास हमारे सारा कॉग्निशन गायब है, हमें पता ही नहीं है लाइफ में हमने किया क्या. कुछ कुछ मेमोरीज माइनर हमारे थॉट प्रोसेस में याद आएगा, दैट्स इट, ठीक है. दिस इज लाइफ एक्चुअली. इसके बीच का जो लाइफ है ना, आप उस तरह से जियो दैट यू यू आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन योरसेल्फ. पहला चीज. दूसरा चीज, यू आर ब्रीदिंग बेस्ट. दिस इज लाइफ. तो हमेशा आप एक पर्टिकुलर चीज को फॉर प्रोलॉन्ग नहीं लेके चल सकते. You have to free your soul, you have to free your atma for that matter, you have to free your cognition for that matter, you have to free your conscience for that matter. आप जब भी रिलैक्स फील करोगे, क्योंकि आपको भी ये पता होना चाहिए, जब हम आते हैं बर्थ लेते हैं और जब हम नेचुरली जाएंगे, हम कुछ भी नहीं लेके जाने वाले, ठीक है. एंड ये इसको बोलते हुए एक चीज मैं यहाँ पे लाइक आई वांट योर पर्सपेक्टिव आल्सो. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव माय पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन दिस. पोस्ट 25, this is one line that we both have listened individually, personally and professionally. And हमने कई बार पर्सनली लेवल पे इसको डिस्कस भी किया था. दैट पोस्ट 25 हमें कह दिया जाता है, ठीक है, हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू सेटल योर लाइफ, और हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू सेटल इन योर लाइफ, राइट. व्हाट इज सेटलमेंट, ठीक है. मैं एक पर्सपेक्टिव अपना थ्रो करता हूँ, प्रोफेशनल और पर्सनल दोनों, ठीक है. होलिस्टिक दे देता हूँ. तो सेटलमेंट का मतलब सिर्फ इतना सा होता है कि क्या आप अपने आप को सेल्फ टू बिगिन विद, आर यू एबल टू गिव अ थॉट क्लैरिटी, आर यू एबल टू मेक डिसीजन बाय योरसेल्फ, आर यू एबल टू फोकस ऑन योर इमोशंस आल्सो साइमल्टेनियसली अलोंग विद योर थॉट्स. क्या वो अलाइन हो रहा है, और जैसे आप बिहेव कर रहे हो, ठीक है, अपने साथ, अपने लिए सबसे पहले, देन फिर अपनों के लिए, ठीक है, क्या वो आर्टिकुलेट हो रहा है उस तरीके से जैसे आपने सोचा था. आर यू एबल टू कस्टमाइज इट, are you able to live it freely and with a contentful way. That is what settlement is. और अब सोसाइटी कंडीशनिंग कैसी हुई है पता है सेटलमेंट का, कि शादी कर लो, जॉब अच्छी पालो, ठीक है, एंड लाइक बिल्ड अ गुड फैमिली एंड बिल्ड अ गुड हाउस. दिस इज सेटलमेंट अकॉर्डिंग टू जो बहुत सालों से चला आ रहा है. किसी ने क्या इस पे फोकस किया कि जिसके पास बहुत अच्छा पार्टनर होता है, या जिसकी बहुत अच्छी फैमिली होती है, या जिसकी बहुत अच्छा घर होता है, ठीक है, सब कुछ बैंक बैलेंस भी अच्छा है, कभी उस पर्सन से जाके आप पूछो क्या वो सेल्फ में अच्छा फील कर रही है या कर रहा है. उसने सारा फुलफिल कर लिया जैसे उसको बताया गया, जैसे उसको पिक्चर दिखाई गई. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आप यही देखोगे, वो काइंड ऑफ वॉइड फील कर रही है या कर रहा है सेल्फ में. एंड सेम गोज वाइस वर्सा आल्सो, ठीक है. सेटलमेंट का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि आपने ये सारी मटेरियलिस्टिक चीजें या ये कंडीशनल चीजें अपनी लाइफ में अटेन कर ली एंड यू हैव एक्वायर्ड एंड नाउ यू आर सेटल्ड. उसके बाद भी, उसके बाद लाइफ एक्चुअली भी शुरू भी होती है, एंड पीपल आल्सो हैव टू लुक अपॉन इनटू देयर सेल्फ उसके बाद भी. बस ये हो जाता है, उसके बाद टाइम नहीं होता, एंड देन से दैट वी हैव नॉट फोकस्ड ऑन आवरसेल्व्स एंड दोस इयर्स हैव पास्ड ऑन एंड नाउ व्हाट टू डू. सेटलमेंट्स प्योरली मींस पहले आप अपने सेल्फ को सेटल कर लो, ये सारी चीजें ऑटोमेटिकली आपसे ही रिलेटेड है, कहीं नहीं जा रहा, बिकॉज यू आर अ ह्यूमन आफ्टर ऑल, राइट? दीज थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू कम and be there in your life, but you have to settle yourself. So settlement, according to me, professionally or personally, in both spheres and holistic approach, is settle yourself first. This is my saying upon this. Now I want you also, psychologist Brahmi, to throw a perspective on this. What is settlement for you?
Honestly, a lot of things you have mentioned which also collide with my perspective. However, what I feel with settlement is more about the satisfaction that we have here. Now,
Right.
uh, I feel like the statement that I gave out loud also has some implications. Ki how can we attain it at all? But it's the approach we have of life. You know, the things that gives us genuine happiness. And I feel like if I am settled if towards the end of the day I'm going to bed and I have a smile on my face that I'm doing something good with my life. Wherever I am, you know, be it with family, be it with friends, be it with colleagues, be it with the employees or employers, or be it at work, wherever I am, if I can bring a smile and I can proudly say that, you know, I'm making a change or I'm making an impact, that's what settlement is. That what settling refers to. I am settled at my work if I am creating an impact, a good one. I am settled in my personal life if I have fun with my family and I'm you know I to be around them. And I feel like बहुत गलत इंटोनेशन दे देते हैं हम सेटलमेंट का जब हम इसको सब सब चीजों को एक साथ ले आते हैं. It's about settling in different areas separately. It can happen that, you know, I'm settled in my work life but I
True.
have to still focus on my personal life. I am settled in my personal life, I have to settle in my social life. Why do we have to, you know, make a khichdi out of everything? We can keep it separate, we can keep it different, we can keep segregations between them, we can keep different things for different levels. We do not have to make a khichdi out of things and say that, oh my god, life to settle hi nahi hai. And that is why, you know, I feel like most people are so unhappy because they are like, even us at times, I'm not saying that we entirely are settled and hum bahut khush hain and hame problems hi nahi hoti hai. What we say is we come back because we have that understanding of it. हम भी ऐसा करते हैं, ओ माय गॉड लाइफ ही सेटल्ड नहीं है. अरे इट्स नॉट लाइफ, it's one area of your life. My personal life is way more settled than most people out there. I'm happy there. I don't have to think again with my personal life. So that does not mean, you know, I'm completely settled because my career is yet to settle. So we need to have this distinction, this line, you know, drawing this line between our personal and professional space, then personal and social space, professional and emotional space, and then talk about things and talk about settlement in life, because otherwise it will be a mess, and it is going to be a mess if we are keeping everything all together and making a mess out of it. Yeah, that is what.
And uh, adding to it, you said self के बारे में जितने भी पर्सपेक्टिव्स होते हैं विच अ ह्यूमन इज अलाइंड बाय, यू जस्ट मेंशन वन बाय वन, उसमें मैं एक ऐड ऑन करना चाहूंगा कि आपको पता होना चाहिए कि कहाँ पे सेटलमेंट कौन से एक्सपेक्ट को करना है और किस टाइम पे पहले करना है, व्हाट इज द प्रायोरिटी, एंड देन इवेंचुअली व्हाट इज द पर्पस बिहाइंड इट. Two things you have to keep in mind: the priority and the purpose. Two
You know,
piece.
it is seriously a
And
much
eventually
needed
the peace. Eventually
discussion.
the peace you will get.
Yeah, it is you know to the point, much needed discussion that we must have. And probably I feel like next day ka discussion hi ye hona chahiye that why or how can we understand what to prioritize in life, because
Oh, good
we
one.
prioritize
Yes.
the wrong thing at the wrong moment and then
Wrong
make a
time.
mess out of it. Exactly, most of
Will
us have
will
done that.
we'll हाँ इंडिविजुअली हमने किया है, ठीक है, डेफिनेटली किया है अपनी लाइफ में, बिकॉज वी हैव नॉट बीन गाइडेड दैट वे, ठीक है। एट द सेम टाइम इस टॉपिक के एंड में आते आते हमें एक और टॉपिक मिल गया। हम एक एक करके कवर करेंगे दैट व्हाट नीड्स टू बी प्रायोरिटाइज इन चाइल्डहुड एंड एडोलेसेंट इन अडल्टहुड एंड देन पोस्ट। तो जिससे कि हमें पता चलेगा कि व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट वी कैन चेक द लाइक वी कैन डू द चेक बॉक्स एंड द चेकलिस्ट पे टिक कर सकते हैं एट पर्टिकुलर राइट टाइम राइट प्लेस एंड विद राइट प्रायोरिटी एंड राइट पर्पस।
Absolutely, absolutely. Just give me a minute. मेरे को ये टॉपिक इतना अच्छा लगा है. I will keep a note of it.
यू आर लाइक राइटिंग दिस, मैं जस्ट एक बात मेंशन करना चाहूंगा इन द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ आवर टुडेज टॉक दैट पर्सनालिटीज जो टॉपिक है हमारे आज का वो डिफाइंड होती है बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दीज फैक्टर्स दैट वी हैव बीन टॉक्ड अबाउट। A person is not just introvert, a person is just not extrovert, a person is just not ambivert, as in वो person को कैसे हर एक फैक्टर्स इम्पैक्ट करता है, दैट मेक्स एंड फ्रेम्स द mindset, that frames the approach of that person, that actually defines if a person is introvert, ambivert or extrovert. Those are the
Exactly.
personalities, and then of course if we go on a deeper level then comes other factors even related to self. But आपको पता होना चाहिए आपका सेल्फ एक्सपेक्ट क्या है, आप किस लेवल पे किस टाइम पे हो, एंड व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स इम्पैक्टिंग टू यू एट व्हाट इंटेंसिटी, that actually defines your personality at that particular point of your life. So yeah, any
Absolutely.
last words you want to say?
I will add to yours itself that it is not always that you are solely introverted person. Obviously, your
True.
situational factors affect you, and you act according to the situations you are in. So, if I am
Right.
in a very personal setting, I am a very introvert person. Like you will not see a more introverted person than me. But if I am in a professional setting, I have the ability to become ambivert. I have the ability to change my shift it to that aspect where I can open about things, and I can talk, and I can interact
True.
more, and I can actually share my insights of life, which is not there when I'm in personal setting. I'm a very reserved person. If you talk about
Okay.
personality, so I feel like it is about situational factors also, which makes us act in a certain way. So it is important to understand those pattern also, I feel like.
Yes, and that is why you designated your organization's name as Insight It.
Absolutely, yeah, I know,
काफी
right? This
अच्छी पिच थी ये काफी अच्छी पिच है। गुड वन।
even the slogan of our company, our space is also one insight at a time. Because what I feel in कि हम अपने प्लेट में बहुत सारी चीजें रखते हैं ना, तो ऑटोमेटिकली एक मैस क्रिएट हो जाता है. So we want people to focus on one thing at a time, work on it, come back, take another one, work on it, and repeat the cycle. So that is why it's Insight It, and it's one insight at a time. It's very personal, and it's very inspired by my life experiences, I feel like. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason.
And I think that is also one reason out of many other reasons that we resonate within each other so beautifully and so holistically each and every time, personal or professional space where. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like that is it for today's live, and
Yes.
let's conclude this by saying just one thing, that focus on yourself more, understand your life more, understand the patterns you act in, and then help or work with it. Because without knowing the root cause, you cannot tackle the problem, and knowing the root cause is the major task. Others
True.
are pretty simple. So yeah, spend
And
time being aware.
यस, स्पेंड टाइम एंड बी अवेयर। इसी को ऐड ऑन करते हुए मैं एक लाइन कह देता हूँ, थ्री पीस हमेशा याद रखना लाइफ में। पता होना चाहिए व्हेन इज द प्रायोरिटी, व्हाट इज द प्रायोरिटी, देन व्हाट इज द पर्पस बिहाइंड इट, एंड हाउ यू आर इवेंचुअली गोइंग टू गेट द पीस आउट ऑफ इट। प्रायोरिटी, पर्पस एंड पीस। And now we are piecing out. Right? So,
Okay,
chalo.
all right.
Yes.
Thank you everyone who have watched our live stream today, and we are hoping to come back with even much better insights about various
Just
topics we
like
have
inside
gotten
it.
our.
Yes.
Yes, just like inside it. Well, yeah, do not forget to follow us on our Instagram channels and even on YouTube. And yes, be there. Uh,
And one
be
more
there.
thing, जाते जाते मैं एक और चीज बोलता हूँ that for any query related to either personal or professional setup or expect, feel free to reach out to us on our social media profiles, on our contacts. We are always there for you, working for you and with you. So let's grow and groom together. So yeah,
Absolutely. With that, let's peace out.
peace
Bye.
out.
Take
Bye.